Hello, hello. Let's put the lights on. Um, abortion, you know, is pretty bad. It's pretty bad because the value of human life is still there, even if they're little. But my position in life is not everyone deserves to be a parent. And if you wish for you to not have a child, that means your heart is not in the right place. You cannot give the love, the time, probably the money for that child that you do not want. So, making abortion illegal is, let's say, we have a parent that is gonna have their child that they do not want. That was an accident, a mistake. Uh, and usually when I for some reason think of abortion, I think, okay, only rape victims can get abortion. But technically, if you are adults, even in a marriage and have unprotected sex, and then you have a child, technically you could also make an abortion, but that is not. That is a no-no. Because, if you are married, you gotta have the child. Because you're fucking married. It's not like you had sex with someone you don't know, you don't want to spend your rest of life with. It's not like you are not connected. Having abortion with a hookup is, I think, reasonable. Because also you're gonna probably be a single parent. Not good. Not good. Um, yeah, so let's say the person has a child that they didn't want, that was unplanned, blah blah blah. What now? Giving them to a care house, like they're a throwaway, and then what? Then what? Then they just have their caretaker, who probably is a saint, probably, because to be a caretaker is not like every person's wish, right? Yeah. What I'm saying is, if you're outside of marriage, let's say, yeah, then having an abortion is okay, I think. Even though the logical reasons are that killing a person that is there or almost there is wrong, but giving them a life of uh, theoretical suffering, I think is pretty bad. Uh, and if weird thought popped, if you care about your child that you do not want. Because if you were to have a child in the future, you would want them to have a good life. You can fall on both sides of the spectrum. If you want them to have a good life, you need to get to have you need for them to have a life. So you need to birth them. And if you want them to have a good life and you're unable to give it, instead of birthing the child in a poor family household, you can choose to have an abortion. Which is, yeah, just, be mindful who you're with. I must say there are a lot of sex toys for you to not be reliant on only another human for earthly pleasure. There are a lot of sex toys. A lot of sex toys. The industry is pretty big. And I would rather you or me watch porn and have sex toys and whatever, have some kinks, than to go and make unwanted children and then be with dilemmas of, what must I do now? I would rather people be single and mindful of the consequences they will have than the opposite. So here you go. I for some reason wasn't able to look at the camera that much because my eyes just cannot focus on the camera. It's real hard for some reason. Yeah, bye. Bye.